photography, and that type of photography is hot, steamy train porn.
Yeah!
What is train porn, you might ask? Well, it's great photos of trains and railroads and everything surrounding them, and you start talking about it on Twitter, and soon there's a hashtag, and all of a sudden it's called train porn. I got into train porn on my honeymoon, like every boy. I liked trains as a child, and then I grew up, and my wife and I went on our honeymoon down to the Los Angeles area in 2000. And we came back on a train, and it rekindled my interest in railroading, and specifically railroading photography. Steam is hot. People love photos of steam trains. The city of Portland has 3 different steam engines, and when they go out and run, there's caravans and caravans of people out there chasing the trains. Those caravans and caravans of people, there's nice terms for us. There's terms like rail fan. There's the questionable terms like foamer, which is somebody who foams at the mouth when they see a train. And then there's the terms like the FRN, which stands for effing rail nut. There's all sorts of opportunities with train porn. Sometimes you get a chance to go behind the scenes, check out what's going on, look at the bits underneath. A lot of times you have to go get a little bit creative when you're looking for a train shot. I shot this off the side of the I-205 bridge in Vancouver, Washington. It turned out the best shot was actually when you were parked directly under the emergency parking only sign. But you've got to do what you've got to do. Crazy train porn will happen in all sorts of places. This is up in Alaska, the Alaska Railroad. We go up to visit the family up there. Everybody wants to go take pictures of Denali and things like that. No, I'm going to go down south to Anchorage and take pictures of the trains. Train porn can happen at night. Took this in Hillsboro, this is the western terminus of Portland's light rail line. Once again, got some elevation here, taking some pictures of the MAX trains. And just like anything else, there's a lot of different opportunities. Some of them are action, some of them are not. Sometimes you get artsy-fartsy with the black and white stuff. You have to deal with some creative lighting situations. And there's a lot of different varieties for that. Here's a train porn photo that doesn't even have a train in it. Train porn is an activity you can engage in year-round. This was up near Willamette Pass. If you've ever driven up Highway 58 outside of Eugene, you'll end up going underneath the Salt Creek Trestle. Just like regular porn, train porn is completely legal, but sometimes you're going to get hassled. This is down in Crockett, California. This is my rental car, and that's my buddy getting hassled by the security guard from the CNH sugar plant, who really didn't like the fact we were taking pictures of their plant, even though it's perfectly legal. As I mentioned before, you can do it in the winter, in the spring. I've been in Needles, California when it's like 120 degrees shooting train porn. I've been doing it when it's snowy and quite stormy. This was last year in Vancouver. Some of the times the trains aren't always predictable. So here I've got a nice pair of Canadian Pacific engines in the Columbia River Gorge. So if you're a foamer or an FRN or a rail fan, you get kind of excited when there's rare things that come around rather than the trains that you see all the time. Along that same lines, every once in a while you get a unique opportunity that you just can't really replicate. This was a train that ran to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Lewis and Clark expedition. I ran from Portland to Astoria, and only ran for a couple of years. Up in the mountains, you can find some interesting landscape opportunities. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of rock climbing or bouldering to get up and get a nice shot of the trains. And when you get the serious rail fans, we'll get all excited about what type of engine it is, what type of locomotive, things like that. No, the caboose shot isn't at the end of my presentation. There's actually a reason for that, because I have better shots for the end. We all know how porn usually wraps up at the end. Again, one of the action photos down in Southern California. This is actually shot at like 9:30 at night, just after sunset, passing Amtrak train going by on a station platform down there. Yeah. I believe that's my most popular photo I've ever taken on Flickr of any subject. So don't be ashamed of your train porn. It's okay. You can get out there. You can check out dogcod.com, which is a site I run with a couple other people with a whole bunch of train porn on it. Thank you.